Okay, hi folks, and welcome to KSS Fury with 1R. And anyway, so today I'm gonna show you how to do wireless on the Wii and possibly the new Mini Nintendo Classic coming out soon. I'm gonna show you what I mean in just a second, so watch this. There's my classic controller. And my original Wii remote controller. Well, not the one that came with it when I got it from discreetly for $10, but it is the official Nintendo. Press the home button. So as you can see, I press the home button and then use the classic controller, the white rectangular thing, to roam around the screen and hit reset, which is, I never knew, but even on the main menu you can plug in the classic controller. As long as you're within range of the Wiimote and the sensor bar, you can use the classic controller to roam around the screen and select icons. So it's easier to select your virtual console games and all that. And also, if you're running low on batteries or something, and then you can plug, once you get the game started, you can plug in a GameCube controller into the top of the original Wii, or I have an adapter that converts GameCube to NES, and the other guy at Super NES. I got this a long time ago. Plugs into the Wii, and then I also got the plugs into the GameCube port. Then I got a GameCube to Wiimote adapter, and so I can use it if I order the Nintendo Mini Classic, or it works in the Wiimote. Plug it into the Wiimote and then plug this GameCube adapter directly into that. And I can play my VC games with real Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo controllers. Reason I selected GameCube port was so I can plug it into the top and no batteries needed, and I can just play all day long. But I need a lot of extension cords, and you can also trip. That's why I wanted to make it wireless. And when the new Nintendo Mini Classic comes out, no guarantee this will work, even though they have standard. They're not using NES ports, they're using the Wiimote style connections, like the holes in the back of the Wiimotes. But no guarantee this is going to work, but it's worth a try anyway. So it'd be nice to play those games wirelessly, sit on the sofa, and not, some people are complaining the cable that comes with the controller, that comes with the thing, is too short. Except only bad thing is that you have to have one controller plugged in, has to be the original, and one that comes with it, and the other one. But I'm not, only if you're using two-player, I think. I'm not sure. Have to see when it comes how it works. If you can still use wireless, that'd be great. Maybe not on both at the same time, but if only one is plugged in. Or it might trick it into detecting, thinking it's obviously original, and I don't know how they do that. Maybe they have chips in the controller or something in the mini unit detects that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know, but anyway, this thing is a total bust. I mean, it works great. It plugs in to the back of my Wiimote and allows to make, you know, wireless. But since there's no Bluetooth in the Mini Classic and this plugs straight into the front, this is the only wire, and that doesn't become wireless because you're not using a Wiimote and then plugging to the back of the Wiimote. You're plugging directly into the Mini. So by themselves, this works great. If I plug into the back of my Wiimote, it works. But if I want to make it wireless, it doesn't work. I can't plug, like, for example, I can't plug a wireless NES, like Freedom Connect, into the back of this, and it doesn't work. The signals have to be right next to each other, not even within range, and even then it doesn't work. Surprisingly, it works on GameCube, but not on, you know, not on the Wii. I mean, this white box works strictly plugged into the GameCube or into the back of this, but as soon as I plug something else into here, besides wired Wii and NES and SNES controllers like a Freedom Connect, it doesn't recognize. I'm not wasting my money trying out all the other, even if they're cheap on eBay, all the other NES wireless options. I've shown it before, but this is Freedom Connect, and allows you to plug in NES controller. And this is the receiver, goes into the NES. I modified one by twisting the port around so I can use it with a 4-score, but it doesn't really help because 4-score doesn't work with that for some reason. At least not the way I wanted to use it. And there's also this receiver with the wires hanging out of the back. And there's one more that comes with the Freedom Stick, and that allows you to, has a detachable cable and allows you to plug it into your NES or Atari, which is great with Master Play Clone and works for allowing you to make, you know, to use NES controller in 2600 or in 5200 with Master Play Clone, but parts are hard to find. But wirelessly, it doesn't work anyway with that white box I was showing you. You plug the white box into the back of the Wiimote, it works fine. And you plug an NES or SNES joystick, it works fine with Virtual Console games. But if you try to make it wireless, it doesn't work. But luckily, PlayStation works for some odd reason. Don't remember where I got this thing from. But as you can see, Wiimote connection on the back. And PlayStation on the front. So I'm going to connect together. I'm going to plug in a wired controller. For some reason, it does work when I press start. Well, it used to. I don't know why it's not now. But if I press analog, it works. It allows me to roam around the screen like anything else. It works just like a classic. So don't know why start wasn't working. It used to, but when I press the analog button, for some reason it acts as the home button on the Wiimote and allows me to roam around the screen and reset just like a classic controller. Pretty neat. So I don't know why it didn't work before, but after resetting it, the start button worked. It allowed me to start the game, and the buttons worked. Except the top, the, what's it called? The triangle and the circle were jumping, and the other two were like the B button, where it's fast, and then you jump, like in 8-1 on Super Mario Brothers, where you have to, where there's that big long jump, and you have to run really fast and then jump. My mom's brother caught stomach cancer in 2005 and passed away, but before he did, I was in California visiting, and we took a trip to GameStop. He bought me these wireless controllers along with a mini PS1, the white square thing. Not the original one, they first made that gray box, rectangular gray box, but the mini white one. And I have two controllers and one receiver dongle. Don't know why the other one is not working, maybe bad contacts or something. But this works fine, so. As you can see, I plugged in the dongle into the back of the thing. The Wii is lit up, indicating it works. And watch what happens when I press a button on the... See, it lights up. It works. Actually, that's in number 2 slot, but I guess it doesn't matter. No, it does. So, it's still working, but I'm going to plug this into the first one. Alright. Oh. It already started. Yeah, it doesn't, so you have to go into the number 1. Just going to reset this one time, just to show you. And then plug this into the first slot, because it doesn't work on the second for some reason. Maybe that's, you have to select player 2. Now press start. Yeah, it takes a little getting used to it. I don't know if you could remap the buttons, but it works. Now it's working the X at the bottom. So there's no, like B&E, it's not comfortable. It's not super comfortable because it's mapping wrong. It's like, normally it's like B&A, but instead, like, see, let me see if I can get a good range here. So there's a range limitation, but if you sit on the ground, and this is within reason, maybe lift it up here on the sofa. Yeah. So if I stick it on my ottoman, yeah, so you have to be within range, but if you sit on the floor, put it back like within reasonable, let me see. I mean, you can't be off to the side, you got to be straight front, but As you can see, I put it pretty close up to the TV. So as you can see, it clearly works. It can't be directly, it has to be like, see where the sofa is. That bear my niece is playing with. So it has to, it can't be, obviously range is bad, but it does allow wireless signal. That's pretty cool. So it totally works, I guess, you know, it's not bad. So, you know, it can't be right next to each other. Either it's not making contact with the receiver, or it's just not, I mean, with the sensor bar, or this is not right in direct, you know, thing with that, but as you can see, it totally works, so it's not bad. It's pretty cool. It totally allows you to use wireless on the Wii, so good chance it'll work on the classic Mini also. Just takes some getting used to the buttons. But yeah, it totally works, so there you have it, and thanks for watching.